So this is just a very short section left to wrap up. This will be the end of the undergraduate content, and the details of the non-asset transactions and how to even ensure the asset properties and all of those more advanced kinds of topics will be part of the graduate content. They are all uploaded on YouTube, so undergraduates who are interested in the more advanced chapters are definitely welcome to continue listening, but they're not being asked in the exams in the undergraduate database class. So the asset transactions is what the default is for relational database management systems. People didn't even need to mention that until the NoSQL databases came around. That the asset transactions are still commonly viewed as one of the major reasons why you use database systems in the first place. If you didn't need that, people sometimes still get along with just file-based programming. It's gotten more common in recent years to use at least lightweight database management systems, even for other reasons. But the enforcement of these asset properties has always been a major point in why people like those database systems. The NoSQL databases are the result of the very distributed setting of a lot of recent applications, cloud applications, social networking applications. And if something becomes really highly distributed, then it becomes very difficult to enforce even those relatively basic constraints, and that's why those systems often enforce less than that. Conventional distributed relational database systems tend to have performance issues, and again, the distributed systems is also a part of the graduate content. So the implementation of transactions, as well as the NoSQL databases, as well as the conventional distributed and replicated database systems, that's all part of the advanced chapters. Clearly, this content is highly in flux. NoSQL databases are still very early in their relatively early in their development. For most of the conventional applications, you would not want to use it. One of the places where people most, even companies that rely heavily on conventional database systems, they're still likely to use the NoSQL databases for log management. So just things where the logs or receipts or so are aggregated, produced at a fairly large rate, and usually you don't need to go back. So for example, user access logs, usually you don't need to look at them. You only look at them if there is a problem, or you might run some tests over them, but you don't, they're never updated. So for the types of things where you just want to keep track of a large quantity of data, but you don't normally update them, that's typical applications that use this kind of system. Okay, so if you were listening to this as an undergraduate, do feel free to listen to the next chapters as well. The content is still important, but there's only so much you can fit into an undergraduate class. Thanks to all of those who have listened so far. And I'll hopefully see you all in the next chapters.